pound for pound boxing real news. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you want to be notified. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at P for P Boxing Real News. What is going on? Frank Martin defeats Jackson Marinez in a 10th round TKO victory. You know, uh, Frank Martin is a good fighter. Okay, he's an up and coming fighter, a young prospect. 16-0 now with 12 knockouts. The kid, he looks to have confidence inside of that ring. He's very confident. That's one thing that I really do like about Frank Martin. He's very confident inside of the ring. Um, he doesn't. He's showing everything that you would want from a fighter coming up. You know, and I'm wondering what's the next fight for this kid. This kid is, he's a pretty good fighter. You know what I'm saying? I heard Earl Spence after the fight, you know what I'm saying, in a press conference say that Rolly Romero would be a good fight for Frank Martin next, especially a guy that's coming off of a loss, you know what I'm saying, in Rolly Romero. Now, Frank Martin's history, he's only really fought two guys that you could really go back and see who he fought, that you would be kind of notable names, you know what I'm saying? And that's Romero Duno, which we know who Romero Duno is because he fought Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia knocked him out in the first round back when they fought back in 2019, I believe. And Frank Martin fought him, I believe, January of 2021, of 2022 or 2021, and he got the stoppage in the sixth round. What is going on? The Don, salute my brother. And he got the stoppage in the sixth round. And then Jackson Marinez is another name that we do know, fighting Rolly Romero, that they both have in common, actually. And Jackson Marinez is a kid that, a lot of people felt that he beat Rolando Romero on the night. And a lot of people say that it was basically a robbery and Jackson Marinez should have won that fight. Um, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And Jackson Marinez has been on a three loss losing streak right now. You know what I'm saying? He also got knocked out by Richard Comey in his last fight, I believe in the sixth round. And now Frank Martin got him in the 10th round. You know. So what's next for Jackson Marinez? Um, we really don't know. Right. So, after losing the Rolly and coming back, fighting Richard Comey and losing by knockout, and then now Frank Martin, it's gonna be hard for Jackson Marinez to get another fight. He's also 30 or 31 years old, so it's gonna be hard for him to get another fight. But you never know. I mean, they looking for guys. You know what I'm saying? It's the 135 division, which is stacked, and he could be a gateway um type of guy. You know what I'm saying? A stepping stone, but he does have to get some wins under his resume, just because you don't want guys that's just coming off of losses like that. So that's we'll be left to see what was gonna happen with Jackson Marinez. Now in Frank Martin's case, this kid is looking very promising with 16 fights in, 12 knockouts. He's looking very promising, right? I believe he should fight Rolly Romero. I think that's a great fight for him, you know. Or you have other guys at the PBC that you could definitely fight, such as like Isaac the Pitbull Cruz, things like that, you know. And he feels that he's at the top of the lightweight division. He thinks that he feels that he's already could get competition with Devin Haney, Javante Tank Davis, and all of those guys at the top of 135, which I feel with his skill set, he's soon to be up there. You know what I'm saying? I think that if he fights Rolly Romero, he will definitely be up there. Because Rolly Romero is a guy. Yes, Rolly Romero is a guy that a lot of people do look down on and feel that he shouldn't be in the ring with those guys, but he made his name popular and finally got a fight. You know what I'm saying, with Javante Tank Davis. He was only 14 14-0, I believe, at the time. Now he has 15 fights, 14, one loss by knockout with 12 knockouts. So, we'll see what goes on with uh with this fight. You know what I'm saying? But me, I have high hopes for this fight. I think that that's a great fight for Rolando Romero to take. Um, I think that that's a very winnable fight for him. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense, I feel like he could win that fight. Um, he's still arguably he's still up and coming. You know what I'm saying? But he just has a little bit more experience, right? Because he fought Avery Sparrow. I believe Avery Sparrow at the time was like 9-2 when he fought him. Then Anthony Yiggett, who was like 20 something with like one loss and one draw or disqualification. You know what I'm saying? And then fighting Gervonta Tank Davis, which I felt that he was beating Gervonta Tank Davis up until he got caught in that 6th round. You know what I'm saying? So this kid, Rolando Romero, could be also one of those guys, you know what I'm saying, that they just gonna give you a tough battle. You know what I mean? I feel like he definitely gave Gervonta Tank Davis a good fight up until he got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? He walked right into that shot, and I'm sure that's a mistake that he wish he could get back, but now it's time to push forward. And now it's time to push forward for Rolando Romero. And I think a great get back would be Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? I also see that Earl Spence tweets out to Chris Colbert that he'll be talking to his team, Chris Colbert's team, you know, and that could also be a good fight for Chris Colbert. You know what I'm saying? Chris Colbert is a good fighter, but I feel like he does have some things that he needs to work out. And I think that both fighters actually, you know what I'm saying, I think for Rolando Romero, it'd be easier for them to put him in there, you know what I'm saying, than for Chris Colbert, because Chris Colbert has made his own pathway throughout the PBC, you know what I'm saying, becoming one of those main event fighters for the PBC, right? With Rolly Romero still, he's not really a main event fighter over there. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Chris Colbert in main events, but you never know. They might feed uh, Frank Martin. They might put their chips on Frank Martin, especially after seeing how Frank Martin is inside of the ring. You know what I'm saying? So we'll definitely have to keep up with it. But I feel like I just wanted to get on and say that I really do like this fight for Rolando Romero. I really do like this fight for Frank Martin. I feel like it's a very 50-50 fight. I feel like it'll be a very good fight. What's going on, Puro? What's good, bro? Yeah, so I just like this fight, and that's why I wanted to touch up on it. I heard Earl Spence come out in that little press conference afterwards, and he said that that would be nobody knows who Rolando Romero has fought and shit like that. So Frank Martin will be a good name under Rolly Romero, and Rolly Romero will be a good name under Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? Because they both Frank Martin's only 16-0. You know what I'm saying? And if he gets past Rolly Romero, at least Rolly Romero has already fought Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? They get to see where he's at, and he could be a young future at that 135 division. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, though, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you want to be notified. Follow me on Instagram at P4P Boxing Real News, and we out. Peace.